New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
From Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, it's New England Candlepins Spring Tournament 2014. We are down to the Final Four. Skip Easterbrooks from Plainville rolls against defending champion Dave Chestercove of Walpole. And in Game 2, Andrew Wozniewski takes on Stu Bergman from Millis. Now let's roll with your host, Jay Horrigan.
And welcome to New England Candlepins in our Final Four Championship show. We're here at Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, and we've got our first two semifinalists here, Skip Easterbrooks and Dave Chestercove. First, Skip, you're looking forward to today's match?
Certainly am.
Any bad blood, anything we can capitalize?
No.
Come on, something? Nothing?
Nothing, no.
Dave hasn't done anything to you, anything like that?
Not yet. But,
Okay, well, then I'm going to talk to Dave.
There you go.
Okay. Dave, what are your thoughts on today's match?
Well, it's going to be the same as the last time I played him, actually. You know, he's a pro's pro, and, you know, we're going to bowl each other's games.
Seriously, no. Dave, has he done something?
No, he's a class guy, and there's no bad
Okay,
blood.
never mind. Whatever. Okay, so there's a lot of hatred here. Obviously, there's an underlying story that I'm going to get to the bottom of because I am an investigative journalist. And I believe there are some issues that I have already gotten to. I won't talk about them right now, but I will get to them while these guys are bowling. Stay tuned for that, and we'll be back with the real story in just a moment.
What is community without community support? Without community access? Without communication that creates a common bond? You can make community by making community TV. Contact your public access community TV center. Learn how you can help, because you can. Volunteer today. When you support your community TV, you also support your community.
And welcome back to New England Candlepins. I'm Jay Horrigan, and I'm joined by Richie Myrick for today's championship show. And our first match is going to be Skip Easterbrooks versus Dave Chestercove. And Skip is going to be up first on lane 16.
Skip off the head pin, but he's going to love that. He's got the 1-2-10. Couple pieces of wood behind the 2-pin. And that's a nice cover from Skip Easterbrooks.
Great spare there by Skip.
Skip, as you may know, is a house bowler. He's a 122 average out of Fico's Bowladrome. His high single is 188. His high triple is a robust 490. And Skip, myself, and Dave Chestercove, his opponent here, all had the pleasure of bowling together during the roll-off to get into this, and Skip made it by one pin. So
that's awesome.
He'll be looking to make that one pin go a long way today, Jay.
Yeah.
He's got another backdoor 8 here, the 1-3. He just misses left. The wood almost kicked that head pin over, but he didn't carry it. Skip laughing off that mystery ball right there.
So through two frames, Skip has a 27, and now Dave Chestercove up on lane 16.
Dave with the half Worcester right, he knew it. He threw the two fingers out there. A lot of bowlers, they can kind of, it's almost like they see into the future. He indicated he knew he was going to have a half Worcester there. That's a much better ball. Be a 9 for Chester Cove, and Dave lists his home lanes as the Norwood Sports Center, and he also bowls at Riverwalk, and he's sporting a Riverwalk shirt today, but don't let him fool you. He is a longtime bowler here at Fico's, and he knows this place top to bottom. And right on cue, he leaves the 7-10 split, Jay.
I knew those were the 7-10 pins. Those were the 2 pins I know.
Jay's been working on his pin placement with Dave and I over the last couple of episodes.
Yes, the 7-10 and 1 pin I know.
Dave's going to look to play the 7 here and push that wood over, and he's done it.
Got it. Great job. Great job. Now, you may notice on camera that Dave doesn't watch his opponent's ball when he bowls. And Dave has told me in the past that he does that because he has no control over what his opponent does. He only can control what he does. However, there's more to that story. And this is what I found out. Dave Chestercove has done something to Skip's bowling balls, I believe. And I believe that's where the bad ill will is.
Is that right?
This is my investigative journalism.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Well, I don't have all my information. I'm waiting on some of it to come to me. I should be getting a couple of text messages anytime soon.
Whatever he put on him, it's worked because Skip's got that 2-pin nailed right now.
He does.
Takes out just 3 on that first ball and leaves a really tough shot. The 1-3-4 and the back row. With a decision to make here. Does he go for the head pin, risking just a 7 box perhaps, or does he try for the triangle and go for the 3 and take your 9? Oh, he goes for the gold, and he gets just a 6 out of it. So now Dave looking to capitalize on this spare here.
These two have bowled against each other on our show before, with Dave coming out on top.
That's a good working ball for Chester Cove, leaving the 1-2. Always pleased with that, especially on a fill. Dave takes advantage of it. Dave Chestercove is the captain of Extreme TNT in the World Candlepin Invitational Tournament. This year will be held at Academy Lanes in Haverhill in November. And that's a strike for Dave Chestercove, taking advantage of his mark and really putting to Skip Easterbrooks early.
Skip just having a tough time finding that
Jay,
head pin again.
You might be onto something with that sabotage theory of yours.
Well, normally my sources are reliable. Oh, got it there.
Easterbrooks trying it outside, doesn't carry the 7. It's a great try, though. Brooks with 50 halfway through the match. We're going to get something going here. Throws a good ball, but he leaves the 4-7-10.
And that one pin comes way out. And here comes Matt Grace.
We're going to need to get Matt a pair of Argyle socks in order to be a proper pin runner. Of course, that's a shout out to Ralph Stewart from the old show. Easterbrooks plays the 2. Oh my goodness, he couldn't have hit it better. The wood swept right in front of the pin.
Great shot.
And somehow managed to sneak in front of that front wood too. That was really surprising.
Yeah.
No doubts about the 10. Chester Cove on the head pin. Leaves the 3-6-10. Piece of wood to the left, but I think optimally he's not going to use it. Of course he uses it.
As soon as you said it,
Dave
you knew
making
we
a liar
would.
out of me, and that's 4 in a row for Chester Cove. Dave's going to have a commanding lead here at the half. Takes out the spread eagle plus the 6-pin. Try the side of 3. I think he wants to play the 4-pin here in between them. Takes the 3 on the left. That's a really quality 10. Absolutely, quality 10.
But his first frame since the first frame that Dave doesn't have a mark. But still a 10. Great job by Dave, Chester Cove. Skip Easterbrooks down by 32 pins.
Yeah, he's got to go here, Jay.
Yeah. And just misses the head pin.
Easterbrooks. And that's a big one right there. Easterbrooks makes the Caleri in the 7. Still signs of life yet.
Got great action off the wall there.
Yeah, that's a really hard shot to carry in any house.
Yeah. Nice 8 fill there. Did you hear me say action off the wall? I don't know if you picked that up. It sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
You were spot on that
Thank
one,
you.
Jay. Yep.
Thank you. I'm an athlete.
Clearly.
Obviously.
Easterbrooks isn't out of this one yet. 2 very big marks out of Skip Easterbrooks. That's going to ask DC a couple of questions here.
No action off the wall on that one.
None needed.
Nope. Only have the wall action when we need it.
Chester Cove buries the 1-3 pocket, leaves the 5-10. Piece of wood looks really favorable, though. He's going to try to hit the red striper a little bit lower on this one and sweep it right over. And he does. That's a good shot from Dave Chester Cove. Showing you why he's the defending champion, folks.
That answers one of Skip Easterbrook's spares.
Ooh, and a tough 3. And again, really good work from Chester Cove. That's a good 9 out of that. Anytime, Jay, you have a spread eagle or a half Worcester, you're really okay with a 9 box if you can get there. A 9 or a 10 is really okay in the scheme of things.
So Dave Chester Cove has 114 through 8 frames.
Mr. Brooks looking to bowl his way back into the match. He's on the head pin, and he gets absolutely nothing.
And that gives Skip 94 through 8 frames. So
4, 7, 9, 10. There is a piece of wood in the gutter, but I don't think he's going to be able to use it. In fact, it's hard to see from this angle, but I believe there's actually 3 pieces of wood in that left gutter.
Yeah,
So
that's what it
even
looks
if
like.
even if he did hit it,
So Skip Easterbrook's going to have to mark in the 10th frame to just pull even with Chester Cove's 114.
yeah, he's going to have to pile a couple of strikes together.
Yep.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that'll do it. Dave Chester Cove will end up winning this match before it even gets up in the 8th.
Indeed
Or
he will.
9th, I'm sorry.
That's a nice out from Skip.
Yep.
We didn't see the best from Skip Easterbrooks in this match. That's
Not
for
at
sure.
all.
111
Not at
will
all.
be his final score. He gets a nice round of applause from the crowd.
So Skip, though, doing a great job advancing to our championship show.
Yeah, Skip's a terrific bowler. He bowls. He's also a world team member. He bowls with the Fenway Painters. They made the playoffs last year. It's a good group of guys, that team. And Dave laughs off that awesome 8 box. And that's more like it.
Now our other semifinal match is going to pit Stu Bergman, who was our first semifinal winner in our Elite 8. First winner on our Elite 8 against Andrew Wisniewski. An excellent 2 on that
Chester
ball.
Cove calls me out.
So Dave Chester Cove. Dave Chester Cove will end up beating Skip Easterbrooks. I can't speak. Skip Easterbrooks. Dave Chester Cove with the victory, 134 to 111. So Dave Chester Cove will have a chance to defend his title. He will meet the winner of the Stu Bergman, Andrew Wisniewski semifinal, which will be coming up next, and we'll be back in a moment to talk to Stu and Andrew. And we're back on New England Candlepins here at Fico's Bowlerdrome. We're back for our second semifinal, pitting Stu Bergman against Andrew Wisniewski. I'm able to pronounce both those names without a script or no papers in my hand. And first we'll talk to Stu. Stu, have you bowled against Andrew before?
Yeah, years ago I have. I've known Andrew for a while. We bowled in the same leagues and stuff. I remember when he was a little boy, and I used to carry him to the lanes, you know. He's a good kid, good bowler too.
How is he as an adult? Is he still a good guy as an adult?
But no, I'd say no, not really, no. Not at all, not even close, but.
Rather mean-spirited?
Mean-vicious, yeah, like his buddy Skip, you know.
Just like Skip, mean-spirited like Skip, okay.
Yep.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. That's some good stuff for us to use. Andrew, Stu does not like you very much. Had a lot of bad stuff to say about you. What do you have to say about Stu?
He's a great guy. I looked up to him and
whatever, we're done with you. Okay, so that's all Andrew had to say. Not very much, but Stu had a lot to say. So Stu, we're pulling for you. We heard from our bowlers, and we'll be back with our second semifinal match in just a moment. Welcome back to New England Candlepins. I'm Jay Horrigan along with Richie Myrick, and we're ready to bring you the second semifinal pitting Stu Bergman against Andrew Wisniewski, and Andrew's going to start us off on lane 15. Richie, I think you could tell from the pre-match interviews there's a lot of animosity between the two bowlers.
Oh yeah. These guys are hungry for some blood today, no question about it.
It's a shame because the bowling community seems to be such a tight-knit community that these two really can't stand each other.
Oh yeah. And Andrew expresses his displeasure by starting with a 9-pin drop, and he hit the 10-pin right in the face there, so 1 out of 1 for Wisniewski, who, as we previously mentioned, is a Fico's bowler. Drops 7 on that one. And he takes an 8.
Stu Bergman up now.
Bergman out of Millis, Mass. has a high single of 209, a high triple of 475, which I had the pleasure of witnessing firsthand. As he starts with a spare, that's a nice backup ball from Stu Bergman. Matching the mark out of Wisniewski. Yeah, Stu's 475 was at a Pro Series event, and to my knowledge is still the Pro Series high triple. And he bowled that we were on the same lane that day. I had a pleasure of keeping score for that one all day.
Oh!
Stu with throws that ball in the blender, and he gets 9. And he takes advantage of it.
Another spare.
That's a good start for Stu.
Said Stu is from Millis. Millis High School girls varsity basketball team just won the Division IV state championship last weekend.
Good for them. Wisniewski with a half Worcester left. takes out just the 1-9 on the second ball, so we'll be looking for 8 or better here. Oh, that's much better. That's a nice 9 box.
Thought he had them all, but yes, absolutely a nice 9.
That's a good ball there. A little unfortunate with the break. He leaves the 3-5-7. Really unfortunate with that ball. He buried the 2-5, excuse me, and leaves the 7 standing solid. Cleans up the 10 nicely though.
Bergman working off a spare in the second frame.
As I mentioned, I witnessed Stu's high triple. His high single is 209. My sheet here doesn't list him as having an average, but if I had to guess, I would think it'd be at least 101.
I thought you had mentioned it was in the 90s.
He's had a couple of big weeks.
As evident by that shot.
That's right.
And I'm one to talk.
What's your average, Jay, just out of curiosity?
Well, if I were to add together my last 3 games and divide them by 3, it would total 0 divided by 3 equals 0.
That's I'm not going to lie, that's pretty low.
That is, but consistent.
It's
And that's
true,
what I
too.
try to teach my children and all people I come in contact. Consistency.
Well, that's one way to look at it, Jay.
Well, when we first talked about doing these shows, New England Candlepins, we came over with one of our producers, Peter Fasciano, and we were on the lanes, and Peter had a camera and wanted me to bowl a couple of balls to see how the pins looked on camera. And before we got the first pin to go down, it took me 8 or 9 balls to get one that did not go in the gutter. And that may have been with the bumpers up.
Wow, now that's hard to do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wisniewski again on the head pin. He's left the 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. It takes out just the 6, so this is going to be a really tough out here.
And Richie, I'd like to say it's because I grew up around 10-pin bowling, but I can't use that as an excuse.
Oh, sure you can. Sure you can.
Okay. It's because I grew up right near a 10-pin alley.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm in with that. Oh, that's a great ball right there. Wisniewski back to life in a hurry.
A strike in the 6th for Andrew.
Bergman just sneaking by the head pin, leaves the 1-4-7-9. Piece of wood creeping to the right. Looks like it's going to actually make it into the gutter now.
Ooh.
There's a 9 for Bergman.
That was a nice pickup. Action off the wall there.
I think you're onto something with the action off the wall, Jay.
Thank you.
In this case, a little action off the head pin as Stu leaves the cluster of 5 on the right.
Ooh.
Got low on it and just doesn't carry the 5. That was a good try there. Stu, along with Skip Easterbrooks from our previous segment, bowls, they bowl together on the Fenway Painters team at the World Candlepin Invitational Tournament held in November every year.
Can possibly hear Skip pulling for Stu in the background.
Mm-hmm. Wisniewski on the strike. He's pushed it a bit left.
And we do joke about these bowlers, the animosity, but I do every time we have the privilege of coming here and doing these shows. It is amazing the camaraderie amongst the bowlers that I see here. It really is.
For me, Jay, I think that's the strongest part of our game. I really feel that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of a family away from family, if you will, and for a guy like myself, I travel a lot to do this, and coming from the western part of the state,
Absolutely.
it's hard to you don't get to see these guys and bowl against them as often as you like.
Right.
So.
Well, it's a nice ball there by Andrew. Picks up 8 pins in the 8th frame.
Piece of wood is if that snaps in, that does go now. It's just up close enough to the 2-pin. If he hits the left side of the 2-pin, it should shoot right over. He almost got it.
But that's a great point. I officiate high school basketball, and when I first got into it, I did it as a part-time job. But you stay in to stuff like that, it's because of the group of guys you hang around with.
That's right.
Now let's get back to the trash talking.
Well, Andrew leaving the door open for Bergman here, who was up 2 coming into these 2 boxes. He's left again on the 2-pin. He's going to leave the 1-3 and the 8-9. A piece of wood that should help him out here. And he's on
Nice
it.
pickup.
Pushes it nicely. A nice shot by Stu Bergman. Now, it doesn't list it here on the bio sheet, Jay, but if I'm not mistaken, Stu Bergman is a black belt in one of those things, jiu-jitsu or karate or...
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to mess with the hammer.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I wish you had told me that before I interviewed him. Ooh.
Maybe it's Kung Fu. I don't know what it is. It's one of those, though.
Or was he on Kung Fu, the
Maybe.
TV show?
Could be.
Something. Ooh.
You're dating yourself a little bit there,
I
Jay.
am. I absolutely am.
And it'll be an 8-pin deficit now after 8 with Wisniewski at 88, Bergman at 96. Neither bowler on a mark.
Wisniewski with 8 pins there. $6.10.
That's the 4-10, Jay.
Son of a gun. At 4 move.
Ooh, and
We may
Andrew
have.
takes a spill, and he might have stuck there. That second ball will not count. We'll deduct a pin from his score. And so that'll be an 8 box.
Andrew might have rolled his ankle or something there. He's saying he's okay, but looked like he rolled his ankle there.
Well, at any rate, he's got to walk it off and get a mark
Right.
here. He leaves the 4 horsemen.
Needs a mark here in the 10th. Oh, I thought he had it.
A little tight on the head pin. You just heard Easterbrooks in the background say, keep it on the lane, Stu. And that's really all he's got to do here, Jay. He needs 9 pins, and he's got 2 boxes to do it.
So Andrew Wisniewski finishes with a 105.
just sneaks by left of that
So
2-pin.
Stu is still down by a pin. That'll tie it up.
Well, as long as he
into the
doesn't foot
10th
foul
frame.
3 times, we should be okay.
Now this is, if you were me, this is where there might be an issue.
Oh, we might have bonus bowling if you were up there, Jay.
Absolutely. But we won't here.
No, we won't, as Stu leaves no doubt. Dropping 9 there.
Stu with the spare in the 10th frame. And he'll have one more ball.
That's a good spot to leave that one there.
And Stu Bergman will end up with a 122 to Andrew Wisniewski's 105. So it'll be Stu Bergman versus Dave Chestikov in our finals here on New England Candlepins. And we'll bring you that right after this. And welcome back to New England Candlepins. We are back for our championship match, and it is going to pit our defending champion, Dave Chestikov, against Stu Bergman in a one-string match. And we are going to start with Stu Bergman on lane 16.
Oh, this is it, Jay. All the marbles on the line here.
Yep.
Bergman drops 8, leaves the 3-6.
Both bowlers bowled very well in their semifinals. Stu just defeating Andrew Wisniewski, and Dave Chestikov beating Skip Easterbrooks.
Bergman leaves the 1-3-6 with a piece of wood that might make the shot a little more interesting. And he carries it. That's a good shot from Bergman. So Stu the Hammer Bergman with 20 in a ball. As we see our defending champion, Dave Chestikov, who's been really bowling terrific over the last few weeks, Jay.
Yeah.
And right on cue. Half Worcester right. Oh, he goes right back outside. Oof. I thought for sure he was going to carry that. That's a terrific backup ball right there.
Yeah.
He's all over the 10 box. Well, we're all square through one, Jay. Why don't we say we just cash them out right now?
I'm all with you.
All right, back it up. We're done here.
Little rock, paper, scissors, and we're home. Well, you've got the ride. I have a shorter ride than you.
Oh, that's fine. I still like a game of rock, paper, scissors as much as the rest of us. Chestikov leaves what they call in, if I may use the term 10-pin. Ugh, I hate even saying it. They call this the Greek church. It's the 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Clips that wood and he takes out the 4, 7. Now he's got the triangle right side that he's going to look to clean up. And that's a working man's 9.
Now, Stu Bergman working on a spare in the second.
Stu qualified originally for the program with a 356. And he's got the good loose ball working now, I'll tell you what. And there goes that head pin, and he's going to lead the 7-10, but with some favorable wood on the right-hand side that he could shoot over potentially. He goes for it. And he's got it!
Oh.
That's how you do it, Jay.
That is exactly. That's, you know what? Does he? Oh.
Nearly drops the hammer
I
on
would have
it.
said that's how I would have done it, but if I would have done it that way, I would have gotten lucky.
Well, it's better to be lucky than good in this game sometimes. Bergman slips by right. Stu Bergman with a solid start, 57 out of 4. Cove on the head pin. He's left with the 3-7-10. Wood to the left of the 3, that should help him. Oh, he tried using it.
Yeah.
Didn't quite carry the 10. And that was close, and a bowler's call. Dave takes the high road and says that that ball glanced the wood in the gutter, nullifying that 10 box, so he'll take a 9 in the third. And they reward his honesty with a really brutal lead. Yeah.
It's another way. It's like golf. You know, you call that on yourself.
True. Yeah, that's right. You do police yourself in this game, too. There are a lot of parallels to golf, now that we really mention it.
Right.
And wow, and he rips out just the 3-pin. So now a decision for him to make. Will he go for the 3 pins, or will he go for the 2 on the left and hope to kick something over? Good smart. That's a pro's 8 right there. That's a good 8 from Chester Cove. So I believe, Jay, that puts us at a 21-pin differential.
Yeah.
Bergman opening a door. He goes half Worcester left. He finds the hole. Now, I know Dave doesn't usually watch his opponents, but he has to know what's going on right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bergman will take a 6. Just a hair left. Stu's been on that 2-pin pretty consistently so on in this match. Been the beneficiary of a couple of breaks. See if he can take advantage of this one. He's got the 4 horsemen right. Oh, and he's got it.
Picks it up.
A clutch mark from Stu Bergman.
I know Dave doesn't watch his opponent, but he has to be looking at the score because he has to, I would think. I know he tries to just do the back sit.
That's a strike from Chester Cove, and he's right back in this match. Yeah,
Best he can in each box, but he has to have some idea.
Oh yeah, I've, as you know, I've bowled with Dave for years, and
Right.
he's a really intense competitor, and he has his way about going about things, and he knows exactly where he is in this match right now. He's not going to be pleased with that. He leaves the 4 horsemen again to the right. Popular leave today, and he has the 7 and the 8 pin as well to deal with. Oh, and he makes it!
Oh, my Lord. Tremendous pickup.
We got ourselves a match all of a sudden, Jay.
Yeah. What a great spare that was.
I mean, that was really big. That's the
Yeah.
entire match, in my opinion,
Yeah.
right there. That shot there. And Bergman with 8 on it. Oh, Bergman!
Wow.
Well, I'd really like to see that one again. I'm not sure what took the 10 pin. It might have been the ball.
It looked like the ball went up and then back down.
I think it might have.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's back on the head pin again. And the 410.
Man.
An interesting try from Bergman. He went for the wood. Any way to get a 10 here is a good 10 out of a lead like that. And he will.
So through 8 frames, Stu Bergman has a 109. I think it said 109.
Yeah, that's what I've got it here at, 109.
Dave Chestercove working on a spare in the 6th frame.
A really big ball here for Chestercove. Crushes the pocket and leaves the 610. And a good shot from Chestercove. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Dave taking a little extra time on this one. Knows how important this ball is. He pushed it right, but he's going to get away with it. He's going to love 6 on that, Phil. He's got the 1, 2, 7, 8 here, Jay, but it looks like really all he has to do is make the 1 and 2 with that wood there.
Yeah. Oh. He picks up the 10.
It's an important bin.
So going to the last 2 frames, Stu Bergman is going to have a 9-pin lead on Dave Chestercove, 109 to 100. Again, Dave Chestercove is our defending champion. Stu Bergman trying to unseat him. Nice ball. Oh, tough break. But that wood looks like it would help.
Oh, it can't hurt in this situation. He's going to love a 10 box right here.
Oh, come.
Boy, it tried to help, but just not enough mustard on that one.
Stu Bergman now in his 10th frame would love a mark.
If he throws a mark here, Jay, that forces Chestercove into 2 of them.
Yeah.
On that 2 pin again, though. Very fortunate to take that 8 pin.
Yeah.
That makes that shot so much easier. Last time he shot it, he made it. Let's see what he does with this one. He's in there. Ooh, he just missed it. Thought maybe he was going to clip that head pin on the outside.
So maximum Stu Berkman can end up at is 128. He's going to end up at 126 for Stu Berkman.
That's going to force Dave to get one mark.
Yep. And we've seen Dave do it before.
Yeah, he loves these types of situations, Jet. Oh, and he's right on time.
Marks in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and a strike in the 9th.
Yeah, off to that tough start, and he just came roaring back in the back half.
Yeah.
A good fill here, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
A 7 fill and a 10 box does it. An 8 and a 9 does it. There's a lot of ways to get to 127. Now, it's not a done deal yet. He leaves the 7-10. Now, he's going to need one of these pins. If not now, then after.
Does he? Oh, my Lord.
And that's enough. That will do it.
Yeah.
The 9 fill on the strike does it. Throws one in the gutter for good measure, and now you're two-time defending champion. Dave Chestercove, 128. Stu Bergman, 126.
Unbelievable. What a tremendous,
Awesome
tremendous
stuff.
match. That was just fantastic. So Dave Chestercove wins back-to-back championships here on New England Candlepins. And we'll be back to talk to both our bowlers in just a moment. And we're back after that tremendous championship match with our two bowlers there. First of all, Stu Berkman and Joshua Berkman, both of you, tremendous job. Joshua, you were a tremendous fan cheering on your dad there. How'd you think he did?
He did good.
He absolutely did. That was just a great match, and it took a great effort to beat him. Stu, I thought you were tremendous out there.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It was a good match. It was a fun match. Dave bowled great. It was a good match.
It actually took, Dave had 4 marks from the 5th frame on. He had 3 spares and then a strike in the 9th, and that's what it took to beat you by 2 pins.
Yeah, he came back strong, you know, and I tried. It was a good match. We battled back and forth, so it was good. It was fun.
Absolutely. It was a 2-pin difference, 128 to 126. Well, Stu, for being a runner-up, you do win $125 plus your winnings from your previous episode. Being the winner there, you win a total of $225, and we'll give that right there to your son. If it's not your birthday, we'll say happy birthday. Okay? And again, congratulations.
Hey,
it was a
thank
lot
you
of
so
fun,
much.
and I'm
Appreciate
sure
that.
we'll see you back, and
Thank you.
probably see you back in our championship show. Well, Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
2-time champion.
Thank you.
It took, as I said to Stu, it took you 3 spares and then a strike in the 9th, and you end up winning by 2 pins, 128, 126.
Yeah, he's been rolling a great ball all day, or really all day, and all the shows here. So I knew I needed something big to beat him, and thankfully I still had enough left in the tank the last half there to get it done.
It was interesting just to watch. All of a sudden, it seemed like you just turn it on. I know you don't watch your competitors when they bowl, but you have to be aware of what's going on. I don't know if you check the score above you or how you aware. How do you know what's going on?
Well, usually you can tell by the fans' reactions of whether it's a mark or not. So usually, I was like, all right, you got a mark. I don't really care about the fill or the pins. It's like, all right, I need to get a mark to match it. So.
Well, and it's easy to tell, I think, when you have a fan in the crowd like Skip Easterbrooks. He kind of lets you know what's going on, huh?
Yeah, he likes to do that,
Absolutely. He's not the most quiet guy we have here.
No.
Okay. Well, as champion, Dave, you win for winning the overall championship, $325, plus the $100 from your episode before. You win a total of $425.
Thank you.
And you are our New England Candlepin champion for the second time. Defending champion, you come back and you win it again. So that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I do want to thank a number of people. I want to thank Dave Chestercove for helping host the first few episodes and some of the episodes when you weren't bowling. I'm glad you were able to come in and win as well. So you sit in, you host, you also are able to win the championship. Not necessarily the case for our other co-host, Richie Myrick, but it was awesome to have Richie come in from the far part of the state out west, to have him sit in and help us out. I want to thank both those guys. I want to thank our director, Matt Ferreira, and also producers, Pete Fasciano, and also Ed Dunn. We miss our co-host, Ed Dunn. Hope he gets better. And for everybody at Franklin Cable and New England Candlepins, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowl-O-Drome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.